Okay, good afternoon, class. How's everybody doing today?
All right, it's Monday.
That's awesome. We're getting closer and closer to the AP exam.
Definitely.
It's going to be the best test in your life. It's going to be so fun.
Hope so.
It's going to be a lot of math,
Definitely.
all math. All right, so we're working on the practice exam, so you can put your name at the top. And we're doing multiple choice number 83 today. Let me put the practice exam. And today is 12. Okay, so we got this function. F of x equals k cubed plus x and 16 over 16 over k squared minus x. And this is for x is less than 3, and this one is for x is greater than or equal to 3. So this is our function. And they said for what values of k is this function continuous? So in other words, this part of the graph and this part of the graph have to meet up and touch each other when x equals 3. If they don't meet up, then there's a gap. It's not continuous. So we have to get this piece to connect to that piece when x equals 3. So obviously, k cubed plus x must equal 16 over k squared minus x when x equals 3. Now, those have to equal. If that piece matches that piece, then we're good. And the theory behind that is a theory of limits. The left limit has to match the right limit, has to match the value of the function. So obviously I'm taking a shortcut and telling you what we're doing, but here's the theory. As x approaches 3 from the left, it's going to be this shape. As x approaches 3 from the right, it's going to be this shape. Those two shapes have to match and touch. And the value of the function when x equals 3 is going to be, with this formula, has to equal that value of that formula. So basically I'm saying they have to equal at 3 because the left limit and the right limit have to match up. The definition of continuous function is the left limit, the right limit, and the value of the function all match at that point. So that's the theory, and that theory is important because you're going to get limit questions on the AP exam. You always have to check the left side and the right side and the value at the point to see if they match up. And that will give you the definition of continuous. So now if you solve this equation when x equals 3, I'm going to solve this so I get k cubed plus x times k squared minus x minus 16 has to equal 0. And x is going to be 3. So k cubed plus 3 times k squared minus 3 minus 16 equals 0. So if I can find out where this touches 0 for which values of k, then I'm good. So I'm going to put that on the graphing calculator and I'm going to find the 0. So I put in the function and I graph it. And I use the graphing calculator function blue calculate 0. And I'm going to put in the by the way, there's just a quick sketch of that graph. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. That graph comes up through here on my graphing calculator. So somewhere in here is where it touches the 0. So that's 2 point something. So it's either A or B. So we'll check it. So you hit left bound 1. Left bound is 2. And this is 3. So that thing, that function hits 0 between 2 and 3. And 2.5 is my guess. And I got K is equal to 2.0813, and it keeps going. I rounded off right there.
But that means our answer is A.
Yeah, option A on the multiple choice. That's the correct answer. So that function is going to meet up these two pieces of this function have to meet up when K equals 2.0812591, something like that. And then it will be a continuous function. It'll be connected.
Oh, nice.